It's Lonnie with Crafty Traveler, and today I'm in Laytonville, California. I'm at the Fat Quail Quilt Store. Come on in and we'll talk with Debbie Bowles, the owner. This is Debbie Bowles, and she is the owner of the Fat Quail Quilt Store in Laytonville, California. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning.
I've come to this quilt shop since you opened, and when did you open it?
I opened in September of 2004.
Wow, that's
17 years this September. Yeah.
And it's been a
impossible.
gem in this county because we are so fabric deprived.
Yes, I know. People are always surprised that there's a quilt store in Laytonville, but yeah.
And so what did you do before?
I taught middle school since we came here 1973.
Okay.
My husband and I started teaching. I taught in Willits for 2 years, and he taught here at the high school, and then later on, and then I had a few children, and then I went back to teaching until 2004.
And what subject did you teach?
I taught special education in middle school.
Okay.
And I got to teach sewing later on.
Later on.
As an elective, which was really fun.
They don't have that much in school anymore, do they?
No, not anymore. I got a little grant to get sewing machines, and it was awesome.
Why did you come to Laytonville, the little town of Laytonville?
Well, my husband majored in industrial arts, and so he could teach all facets of it, and he was really looking for a spot that he could do more than one subject. And since Laytonville is little, they were looking for somebody that exactly could do that. And I kind of think they were thinking of younger people that wanted to settle here.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was in it lock, stock, and barrel. I'll have to admit, at the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a very tiny town. We came from Chico. It's like, and before that I came from Berkeley. But I learned to appreciate all the small town things, and I wouldn't leave for anything now. So.
Now, did you have any roots here before? Any
No.
family that lived here before? No. So the building that your quilt store is in, tell us about that.
Okay, this was originally a home. Originally, back in apparently the 40s, there was going to be a small subdivision, they called it. And this was one of the houses that was going to be, they were different, all done. Well, apparently there was only this one that was ever built. And then I don't know what happened to the subdivision, but so, and through the years, it just became pretty dilapidated, and it was in very bad shape when we approached the owners, who were teachers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided that they wanted to rid themselves of a lot of their rentals, and so we decided to do it. We had to totally take it down, though, because there was nothing really about it that would ever meet code. So we were able to take it down to one wall and then add this piece on, and so it took a bit, but
And
yeah.
intention was to do the quilt store.
Always wanted to do this.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And so you've been here for 17 years, and I bet you've seen a lot of changes.
Yes. In the beginning, there was just this outflow of people locally that were starved for something to do, I think, really. So I was holding classes at night. I was holding them on the weekends. It was a little too much, but, you know. And then it kind of relaxed a little bit and then broadened out to other people coming up. So it was not just, when you start with your little core, and then pretty soon you can expand. So
Right.
And I'm on 101. That was the one.
Yeah, right here on the main highway between Willits and on your way to Fortuna, Eureka.
Yeah, the Redwoods is the big draw for 101 for
Yes.
sure. People
Yes.
stop going to the Redwoods, and tourists. That's the fun part, is meeting people from a long way away, and they all have different feelings about going to small areas. Some are absolutely enthralled, and some think they'd never ever come back in a million years. There's no services here. So, it just depends what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so in your shop here, what things do you carry?
As far as fabrics or everything?
Just everything.
Okay. Well, I have notions, of course. You can't sew without having rulers and threads and scissors and all those things. And then I just kind of started feeling my way when I started. At the first, when you come in, you don't know what people are going to want.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a variety, and that I made some good decisions, some not so good. I really found out that through the years people really like batiks.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a real draw from Eureka to come down and get batiks, so I really expanded that. And just I really wanted to have quality fabric. I just feel that sewing and quilting take a long time, and if you're going to do it, you want to do it with good fabric.
Absolutely.
And so I kind of pride myself on still doing that. I don't fall for this is on sale, it's flannel, I want to do it. So that's, and I get a lot of positive comments about the fact that I really carry good quality. So.
And I can attest to that.
Yeah, yeah. So I had a girl from Portland in the other day. She came in with her kids and she said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "you have really good fabric." And I said, "Well, I really try." And she said, "Well, I'm from Portland, and Portland carries good fabric." And I said, "Yeah, I've been there. I've been to lots of stores and quilt shows there." And so that's the kind of thing that you think, well, I think I'm, doing the right thing.
Nice. Yeah.
And it's not that there isn't room for places that don't carry that. It just depends what you're doing. If you're doing a dress for your 2-year-old, you don't really need super quality fabric.
Right.
They're going to wear it 3 times
Mm-hmm.
and throw it away.
Exactly.
But for quilting, I think you do.
Yeah, because
So.
you want the quilts to last.
Yeah.
So you've survived COVID. Today is
Yes.
August the 10th of 2021, and
Yes.
we're still kind of in it.
Yep.
But your store is open.
Yep.
Has it been open the whole time?
No, it hasn't. But for a lot of reasons. I was very nervous when it started, and basically I have to say it's because of being on 101 and having people from all over. And before the vaccinations, you're just kind of taking a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided it was too much of a chance, and I was gonna just close it down. And then I ended up having to have a hip replacement, and so while I was closed down during that time, I did that, and then I got back April 1st. And by that time, we had all left, and everybody had been vaccinated in my circle,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the clientele that comes here, I can tell you, I probably could count on one hand that hasn't been vaccinated. They're all kind of seasoned
Mm-hmm.
individuals
Mm-hmm.
who have been through polio vaccines, et cetera, and so they said, yeah, of course we're vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't seem to be an issue right now. But
So when you were closed down, did you do any online or anything?
nothing.
You were closed down.
That was it.
So
Yeah.
how many months was that?
4.
4 months.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. But
you're open again.
I am. Yeah. I wanted to come back, but it's not the kind of thing you can just do online. I mean,
No.
you have to make a whole big change, and
Not with
when you're
by
getting your hip
yourself.
replaced and everything else, there's only so much.
Yeah, a
I
lot
can
of
do.
those people that do things online have a staff.
Yeah.
You're it.
Yeah, I'm
You're
it.
the main
I'm it.
proprietor,
Yeah.
manager, salesperson, ordering person. You do it
Yes.
all.
Yeah. And really, there was way less traffic. People weren't going anywhere.
Right.
So
Exactly.
if you had to close down, it was probably a good time to do it.
There's a quilt show that happens here.
Yes.
And it happens usually the fourth weekend of August.
Right.
So it's coming up. And what can you tell me about the quilt show?
Okay, well, our quilt show is outside, always. My husband long ago built those huge stanchions out there so that we could have quilt shows. And last year, of course, we didn't get to do it. We were close because we thought, well, we can social distance, but then we got cold feet. We said we can't. It's too risky. So we didn't do it, but we had our quilt made, so we have kept it and we're using it this year. So we have our quilt to auction off, and we do the proceeds, all the proceeds go to scholarships for our high school seniors. So we don't have to make a huge amount of money. The show is free, the entry is free, you know, it's our property, so we can do what we want with it. And we enjoy it. We've always enjoyed it. It's a lot of work, and if we had more people, it would be helpful. But we've had a lot of people this year who are not part of really our group, who have said we will come down and help you. So they want to see it happen. In fact, I read an article with John Haschek the other day, and at the very end he said, we want to keep masking so we can have small events like the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Show in Laytonville that's happening, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, wow, that was nice, out of the blue. But he usually comes. So,
yeah, and I've come every time you've had one, and
it's
I really
fun.
enjoy
People
it.
have a good time. They get to
It's
visit.
not real big,
No.
and you can come and enjoy and chat with
Yeah.
people, and the raffle quilt and
We have
baskets.
Oh, we have all fabric baskets this year. So we're pretty excited about that.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Now the group that helps with that quilt show or puts on that quilt show, what is the name of that group?
Oh, we're the Long Valley Quilters.
Long Valley Quilters. And they come into your store once a month?
Well, we
haven't had this time, but usually in the past.
Oh, yes, we meet once a month.
Once a month, yeah. And
On
then
a Wednesday.
and sometimes do they sew or they just have a meeting?
Other than in the summer when we're getting ready for this, we meet and sew, and we invite other people to come. So.
And I'm waiting for the quilt show to come up in a couple of weeks. And I think I'll do a separate video on that.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'm thinking it's a table runner.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I said I'm doing something that people can just do, and have it done when it's done.
Right. Is there anything else you can think of?
Classes.
Oh, yes.
I am going to start classes in September. I'm putting together. Actually going to kind of use the quilt show as signs on things in the store that feature what I'm going to be teaching for classes.
Great.
So people can see it and hopefully sign up at that time and
Great.
see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that.
I am gonna, just to let you know ahead, gonna have to be vaccinated, you're gonna have to wear masks.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So,
yes.
and I'm keeping it to 4 people, so there's only 2 to a table. So you're pretty socially distanced. I could do 5, but it's nice to have a place to cut things. So. Yeah, small. It's fun to have a small group. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So.
is there a place in Laytonville where people can take to have their quilts quilted?
No.
No.
Actually, most of us now are using Linda McCallum. And
Know her very
yeah,
well.
she was just here the other day.
Yes.
We're super pleased with her. A lot of, as you know, a lot of people that do quilting have cut back on the amount of quilts they're doing. But we're happy with her. Yeah,
That's great.
people-
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, very. And she
Love
does
her.
a beautiful job. And
Yeah.
yeah, the kind of person you can just give your quilt to and say, oh no, just choose the thread and the pattern. It'll be wonderful. You'll do a great job. And she does.
Well, I'll give her a
Yeah.
shout out. Okay.
So.
And then anything else you can think of about the
To tell
store
you about the store. Well,
or yourself?
I always wanted to teach, but I was an art major. That's what I majored in. I actually majored in weaving as an art studio, so I know fabric from the thread up. So it's just always been a passion of mine.
And then you do have a Facebook page.
Yes.
And I'll link that at the bottom.
Okay.
Do you have a website?
I have a website. Yes.
Yes. In
Yeah.
fact, those people in the future that want to put quilts in the quilt show, the
website.
website
yeah.
has the entry form
Yeah.
that can be.
You always just go to events, and then there'll be a spot right there where you can scroll down and fill out
And
the
fill
forms.
out the
Yeah.
forms. Great.
So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate this so
you're
much.
welcome. Yeah,
And
I haven't had that many interviews.
you did great. You did great. And now I can go shopping.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I want to thank Debbie Bowles for giving me this opportunity to interview her and to see her beautiful store. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, stay crafty when shopping at Fat Quail in Laytonville, California. Thanks for watching.